Hi and welcome to my channel. My name's Claire. If you're new around here, then a big welcome. If you're a returning viewer, then it's always lovely to have you here. Today's vlog, so it is weigh day Wednesday. I'm off to weigh in tonight, so I will add my weigh day results to the end of this vlog. It is just a little what I eat in a day on Slim and World. I've been to Iceland and picked up some bits, and I want to chat a bit about convenient and making it fit in. I've seen some videos recently that point out all the things that apparently you can't do on Slim and World. Most of them, all of them, I looked at and thought, absolutely you can. The only thing stopping you doing these things is your perception and the way you take on the plan. Now, the best way for you to take on the plan is a way that is convenient to you. So we're going to go through a little bit of making Slim and World convenient. And the first thing we're going to look at for that is using jars of sauce. Anyway, let's get into the vlog and I'll see you at the other end. What is going on? So this morning it was gorgeous and sunny. I've been out walking the dogs and thinking, what a lovely day. Talking to the boys on the walk to school, saying, this is the kind of winter weather I like. It's lovely and sunny. The sun's out. It's crisp and cold. Like, it's not that horrible, wet, rainy weather. It's gorgeous. So I've been out this morning, just been and got my eyebrows and my lashes done, thanks to my sister. I've just been in Iceland food warehouse to stock up on some Slim and World meals, which I'm going to show you when I get inside. And Asda, I picked up a few Christmas bits. I can't show you them because my boys and some of their friends watch my channel, so they have to stay secret. And anyway, I've come out of Asda and I'm going to turn you around. Like, what is going on? This is not fun. I hate snow. Okay, so I've got in out of the snow now. Crazy weather. It's laying as well. It's absolutely pelting it down. I wasn't expecting that when I came out of Asda, but hey ho. So anyway, yeah, I went to Asda. I didn't get any Slim and World stuff in Asda, but I did stock up in Iceland. I've been meaning to get an order online, but for some reason my phone wouldn't let me order it, and I had a day off today, and I was like, right, I'm gonna go and get some food and have it in the freezer. It's just so handy to have. So these are a few of the things I picked up. I'm now gonna pop this one in the microwave. I hadn't had any breakfast. It's 1:20, no breakfast, no lunch. I'm absolutely starving. So that is now going in the microwave for my lunch. This carbonara, again, these bigger ones, I tend to keep more for like a tea time meal. So this will be in the freezer for if one day I get home from work late, Mark and the boys have eaten, and that just leaves something for me. I picked up some sausages. Usually I get the Aldi skinny sausages. I really enjoy them, but these are sin-free. And while I was there, I just thought really handy to have in the freezer. Lunch boxes. I picked up a lot of these. I think these are 3 for £10. I'm sure that the variety of Slim and World food that they have there now has gone down. I'm sure there used to be a lot more. It's definitely been condensed a bit. So pasta bolognese is one of my favourites. I've got naked beef burrito, another one I love. Peri chicken and rice. I haven't tried that one before. I don't know if it's new, but I haven't had it before. Sweet potato curry and rice. That's another new one that I haven't tried before. Burger pasta, love that one. And chicken tikka and rice, another one that I've had many times before and very much enjoy. As you know, if you've been following me a while, you might not know, I do heat these up in the morning and I pop them in my food flask. I've got a show flask, and then I take them to work, so they're just ready there to eat when I want them. It's really handy, sin-free, easy lunch, so you haven't got to think about anything. And on these cold, horrible days, nice treat. I also picked up some tikka masala sauce because that's just handy to have there. When one day I don't know what I'm going to do, but I've got some chicken in the fridge, I can just add that to that sauce with some fried up onions, mushrooms, whatever's in the fridge, and do some boiled rice, and there we have a sin-free dinner. I picked up a few other bits as well. I've actually done a lot of scanning food while I was in there, because I was watching a few posts the other day, and it's one of those things, I watched some posts and they're sort of, you know, the anti-Slim and World crew. It was things that Slim and World made me scared to eat, and one of them was jars of sauce. So yesterday I made my lasagna using the Don Mio sauce. That was amazing, and that is the way I will be making lasagna from now on. And today I went in Iceland. I picked up this chicken tonight. So this is a Spanish style. I think it's something like 3.5 sins or something crazy for the whole jar. That is ridiculous. So it then made me go on, this was the first one I picked up. I have had this before actually. It then made me go on to scan some other jars of sauces, because you can have jars, you absolutely can. The only thing that stops you having jars is yourself. I know some of the jars, like even the lasagna jar that I had last night, you scan it, it says 16 sins. Oh no, that's 16 sins. But I divided that lasagna that I made with that jar, and that was the only thing in it that held a sin value. between 6 portions. So that's less than 3 sins per portion. So when you're looking at jars, they make your life so much easier. If you like a jar of sauce, have a jar of sauce. Just make sure that you divide those sins between the portions. You know, if you're going to make up a full jar of pasta sauce with pasta and eat the lot, you're probably going to make yourself sick because it makes up like 6 portions. And you're going to be eating 16 sins. But divide it between the 4 or the 6 portions, whatever it should be. Your sins go down to 3 or 4 sins per portion, and if it makes your life easier, you enjoy it, it's convenient, then do it. There's nothing telling you cannot eat jars of sauce. There is nothing in the Slim and Well manual that says do not eat jars of sauce. Absolutely nothing. Now, the only thing that I can think of that would stop people, like I use passata a lot. I wouldn't buy a jar of a tomato bolognese sauce because I don't see the point. I can use passata, I can put some basil in, I can put an oxo cube in, and I've got all those spices in my drawer that I can make a nice bolognese using passata, and that is sin-free. So in my opinion, I'd rather do that because it's very easy anyway than using a jar of sauce. However, if you want to use a jar of sauce and that jar of sauce is 20 sins and you're dividing it between 4 people or maybe 6 and saving 2 portions for lunches during the week, there you go, your sins have gone down. You're not eating 20 sins to yourself, are you? So just have a little think about it. Next time you want to make a jar of something and you think, oh no, I can't have that because I'm on Slim and World, you absolutely can. Just work it out so that it fits in with your sin value. Anyway, rant over. Have a look at the jars that I scanned. So the other thing I have picked up today is a Nando's Peri Peri bag and bake. I cannot remember what sins came up, but it wasn't a lot. So I thought this is another nice thing to have in the cupboard. You've got your chicken breast, can't think of what to do with it. Why not pop it in a bag with some seasoning? You know, add your mange tout baby corns and some new potatoes or rice and you've got a lovely meal there. Next thing I picked up, I scanned this because I was looking for convenient things and sauces, and there was a cheese sauce and a peppercorn sauce. Now this, again, I'm sure it worked out to 3.5 sins for 100 ml made up. You don't need much more than that if you're having a steak or chicken breast or something. So I thought, again, another handy thing to have in the cupboard. It's all about convenience, isn't it? And making it fit in with your life. And that is the reason I love Slim and World, is that it does fit in with my life. It is sustainable. You can do it. If you were to leave group and you want to go back to eating normally, you can still eat Slim and World style meals like ongoing. You don't really have to go that much out of a normal eating routine to make Slim and World fit in with your life, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's maintainable, it's sustainable, and it is something you can do. So if you like a bit of convenience food, have it. All you've got to do is check how the sins work in your daily allowance, and you've got 15 of them to use up. So when you're using 4 on a jarred sauce in the evening, that's not so bad, is it? Anyway, I'm going to get on. I'm going to put these away in the freezer. I'm going to put my lunch in the microwave because I'm absolutely starving. I'm off to my weigh-in this evening, so I will let you know how that goes. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I get a good loss this week because I wasn't that pleased with £0.5 pound last week. It was rubbish. Anyway, oh, I picked up these as well. Lovely, Toilet Fresh and Sephora Winter Spice. We're going right in with the Christmas theme because I've decorated my tree too. I will show you that. It's very early to decorate your tree, and I am aware of that, but we got new decorations. Last year we were in a rented house and we didn't have room for a tree. The year before we did have a tree, but the house wasn't renovated, so it wasn't like nicely done. So we're in here. This is the longest we've been in a house in a long time without renovating or being up for sale or anything like that. We're just in here, and Christmas is all I've got to focus on now, apart from work and all the other stuff that goes on in life. But I can focus on Christmas. I haven't got to worry about any house related issues. So our Christmas tree is up. I will show you our Christmas tree. And also, in the snowy pictures from outside just a moment ago, we've had our house rendered. I meant to catch you guys up on that. It looks absolutely amazing. For anyone who's new around here, we've been in this house a year in January and we renovated it from scratch. I will put a link in the comments. I did do a video of when we got the keys to this house. It is one you should watch because this was honestly, you just wouldn't believe this house. We've renovated quite a few houses, and this one, when we actually got the keys and looked around, was a bit of a wow, what have we done moment. Yeah, so have a look. It is quite a nice little watch, even if you watch the first one where we got the keys and the house, and then just the last one when it was pretty much finished. But yeah, the outside is done now. We're just waiting for some gravel for the driveway. And yeah, so like I said about 5 minutes ago, I'm now going to go. I'm going to get my lunch in, and then yeah, I'll be ready to go for my weigh-in tonight, and I'll let you know the results later. It will be a stir-fry dinner for me this evening. I've got some chicken breast in the fridge, and I will eat that when I get home from weigh-in. So chicken stir-fry for tea. Catch up later. I do hope you've all had a fabulous week. Obviously everyone weighs on different days, but get in the comments, let me know how your week's gone and how you're getting on with it. And yeah, we'll have a little chat and catch up, see where everyone is this week. If you've had a bad week, then don't worry, you can pick it up next week. There is always next week, isn't there? There's always things that you can look at, that you can improve on. Yeah, I'm hoping for a good weigh-in this week because last week I was a bit disappointed in my weigh-in. I have been good, I've been on plan, I've had lots of speed food. Yeah, so fingers crossed, you know, all we can do is try our best, isn't it? And try out new foods. And if something's not working, have a look back through what we've had, have a little tweak of that. And yeah, start again, pick ourselves up and keep going because consistency is key. And if we stick with it, we stay on plan, we will get there. Hey guys, so I have just been for my weigh-in. This is my second weigh-in since rejoining Slimming World, and obviously our aim is 1 stone before Christmas. So last week I only lost half a pound, which I was very disappointed with, and this week I have lost 2.5 pounds. So 2.5 pounds is quite good. I can go with that. I would have liked a little bit more, not going to lie, but who doesn't want a little bit more every week on the scales? So I'm 3 pounds down and 11 pounds to go with 5 weigh-ins before Christmas. We can nail this. So anyway, looking to the week ahead, I have a Slimming World kitchen box coming on Monday, so I can vlog that for you guys if you would like to see it. I've skipped a few months on that, and it just came in my emails today and said you've got a box coming on the 25th. There was actually 3 really nice meals which had already been pre-selected in it, so I have gone with that. So my Slimming World kitchen box comes on Monday. I stocked up on my Iceland food today, so I'm just going to do a little shop tomorrow to infill the other days of next week and see where we're going with that. I'm now going to go in and cook my dinner. I'm having chicken stir fry this evening, so I will catch you guys later. I hope you've had a fab week. Let me know what your weight losses have been. And yeah, now I'm going to go and cook my dinner because I'm starving, and I'll catch you later.